Welcome, fellow adventurers, to Bardicdice's Call of the Netherdeep, a riveting D&D actual play podcast where realms of fantasy unfold. Join us bi-weekly on Twitch every other Thursday at 7:30 p.m. CST as our diverse party, including characters played by VixxDraws and DM Shanks of Top Down Tabletop, alongside Sassyfire and Kojak from the Tavern, embark on thrilling quests in the magical Netherdeep, DM'd by your own Bardicdice. Experience the excitement during our live recordings and be part of the unfolding tales of magic, danger, and heroism. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or a curious spectator, our journey awaits your presence. Thank you for following us on this collective journey of fate. Now grab your gear, join our party, and let the dice decide the destiny of Bardicdice's Call of the Netherdeep. Roll initiative. As players, we jump into our game. The night's adventures racing through your minds. You do eventually find rest, hopefully for all of you. Some of you with thoughts and voices playing through. Many of you encountering dreams of past times. Of those more unfortunate moments in your lives that led to these debts, that have led to this adventure. But before the dreams can come to any sort of resolution, or you can find the answers, all of a sudden it's all good, man, we got breakfast for everybody, kind of wakes up as the doors blast open and all of you are kind of erupted out of your sleep in the Sugar High Club as Chaos and Alos come in with lots of foods and stuff, and I seem to be setting them up on the front. And you just do this, "We're not awake yet! Keep it down!" "Ah, forget it. Everybody up!" as Granny Agnes yells through. As the next day begins, you guys can take your long rest. And what do you guys wish to do? Not everybody at first, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was hitting the long rest button. Anyway.
I'll
Granny,
take my background off as well.
Do you have any lettuce around?
You just kind of hear out from like a bath in back as it's just like kind of through the hallways. You just kind of sound like it's like splashing of like a pot or like a bucket of water just like once. Yeah, I'm sure we can find something. Go up front underneath the cabinets there. Chaos has always got some veggies around.
Thank you.
Scurry up front.
Yeah, up front they were able to actually pick up a lot of different sort of fruits, meals, and eatery just from different parts of the marketplace. You got spicy foods, you got a curry sort of flavors, you got some what are they called, croissants with like jalapeno cream cheese in it, you got some celeries with tomato type liquid. They do have some cabbages and lettuce assortments as well, some carrots, as they seem to have thought about you and looking for hey man, what's up? And they have like circles underneath their eyes. It looks like they haven't gone to sleep yet.
Wow, thanks, guys.
Not a problem. The Puff Twins always deliver. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to bed. It was a crazy night. So, good luck.
And Bibble will just grab like a head of lettuce or a head of cabbage and then just sit cross-legged on the floor and start nibbling on it.
I love it.
Zell gets up with the commotion, but before he joins for the meal, he sort of goes about meticulously making sure he has all those things together in his pack, and then like cleaning himself very thoroughly.
Give me a investigation check.
Okay.
That's scary.
You went through all your stuff, right?
I did go. Yeah, fair enough. That is, well, it's a 19.
19? Everything seems to be in place where you put it, your spell components and everything. And then just as you're kind of like grabbing the last bag of a few of the gems, there's just a small bit of arcane focus, a bit of a, not a top-notch diamond, lower quality, a little bit of kind of a blurred look through. But as you look a little closer, something grabs your attention of a streak of red that wasn't there before.
Well, that's interesting.
Either you missed it when you didn't examine it as closely when you got it, or maybe something changed.
I think he's gonna like tuck that away in his belt for now, so that he can take a proper look at it later.
Does he take a while to like do his morning routine?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's a good hour or so, and then like once he's fully clean and everything, then he's got to put on like the face paint and everything.
I think Kai has been up for a while. He's just kind of just been laying in bed staring at the ceiling, and he probably heard the Chaos and Ellas entering. He's pretty used to waking up like at the crack of dawn, but hearing that the house was still quiet, he just stayed there. And then he like kind of times it well enough that he gets up and out of bed, and all he does is sling his stuff over his shoulder. He runs like a hand through his hair, like he's combing it just like once, and then leaves his room. And he probably just like knocks on the door that he knew that Zell was in, and it's probably like timed for like the end of your morning routine. Like he was expecting you to take that long. He doesn't wait for you to come out though. He just like goes downstairs and like says good morning to everyone and looks around at the food.
Cordelia gets up with the noise, and she will try to make herself presentable, but probably doesn't look great, and not care after a while, and then just go downstairs and get a croissant.
Is that what I called you in the recap? What did I call you in the recap?
I don't
I
remember.
thought it was
but it's
Cordelia.
Cordelia.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said.
No.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I literally
Told her- I
cannot say
called her
Cordelia,
Cordelia.
right? So it's now just like I've
Cordelia.
decided to jump into not saying it right, just to make Brittany mad, because I'm scared of not getting it right. Cordelia, right?
Amazing.
Cordelia.
Okay. I got the okay,
Okay.
never mind. It's fine. We'll just go ahead and continue. As a DM, there's always one name. It was Kahu last time. I could not get that for the life of me for like 50 episodes.
I just think of Buffy, like Cordelia. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought of when I saw the name. I was like, oh, perfect.
Bored.
So Zell takes a little bit longer than Kai might be used to join him after the knock on his door. Not that much longer, a few extra minutes.
It's still weird though, because like he's so meticulous about everything, so it's just like, huh, that's weird. And he goes down and probably like piles some meats into his hand.
Zell comes down and he's just kind of like, anyone else see the moon last night?
It was hard not to.
Yeah, didn't we see it when we were in the alley?
Wasn't it red?
Well, yes, it was. It was especially red, I feel, last night. There was it was very prominent, is all I'm saying. Nobody took note of it?
No.
DM,
Sorry.
Michael, is it
That's
the
me.
time
I'm the DM.
of the time, month or whenever, when it's supposed to be full?
There is So because there's 2 moons, there
Yeah.
is a cyclical cycle of when there are full moons, but then there's also flare-ups when the Ruidus kind of does have that. It turns totally red, so it's almost like a red eclipse, and that is a Ruidus flare. So it's a
And
full moon,
That's not
and
predictable.
it's so far it does not seem to be predictable on a calendar's sake like a full moon is. It is a very mysterious, and I mean, even with your rolls, it was a very tough thing. It's not much known about it. It's very mysterious. Yeah.
Okay.
Zell takes a seat and takes a bite of whatever's nearest, kind of thing, and just says, "And I thought I heard something last night. Did anybody else hear anything?"
Just the
Uh,
noise from the boss.
Granny was kind of snoring, but
I have farted.
Oh, that may have been it. That may have been it.
Oh, okay.
I heard that from like across the street, my man. Alos is like walking up to grab like a morning after drink.
It kind of echoes when I'm in my shell.
Bro, I had to tell everyone like no fire magic, my man. It was like brutal.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
just like elbow.
Oh, bye, Lanta.
maybe it just all that talk about the moon and being Ruidus
Mhm.
born and stuff got to you, you know?
Could be.
You guys like shaking up on that? Don't listen to Granny. She's all about like her superstitions. It's nothing to worry about.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about at all. In fact, we're feeling rather invigorated today.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Granny's that pip cough is really getting to her, you know. So she's not even. I didn't see where she went to, but just should be good. Do you guys need anything before we hit the sack? Like before your travels? Go out and run out for something, or you guys gonna like go see the city?
Where's the airship was supposed to get?
Oh yeah, sure. He's like looking around for like the papers. It looks like it was like underneath the lettuce and carrots that got put down. It's a little covered with some vegetable juice and stuff. But there is a ride given to you on what is it called? I'm blanking out right now all of a sudden. At the air docks. I don't remember exactly what it's called again. Give me 1 second.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The actual name for it. The Aspharian Union shipyard. Right outside of that. Oh, yeah, that's right, because that's where I saw the Lord Percy Haberdasher.
Yeah, sure.
Or no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It was the Indala Skyport. Sorry. Indala Skyport.
Dallas?
Yep. And it looks like it was blurred out what time you're supposed to be there. Because it was on a more of a cargo ship that you guys have been given connections and a ride on. It's not a passenger ship by any means.
All right, well, we shouldn't dally then, if we don't want them to leave without us.
Pretty sure
You
she
have
said
time
you
to
had like
dilly?
a bit of the morning. Yeah, like enough dilly time, but like don't dally, you know what I mean? We work like a really precise operation around here.
Indeed, it's impressive. You
Okay.
clearly work very hard.
Righteous. So you guys are gonna handle your own business, or like need me to grab
Can you-
anything?
Can you just point us to town?
Yeah. He like goes to the window. He's like, "Corral, my man. That's that's the Tower of Jamont Sword." Yeah. It's like a circle, you know, like put that in the middle. Oh, you mean like,
Thanks,
okay,
Yeah.
like the Skyport. Okay, my bad. And he points over to, that's in the Sand Herald district. Pretty easy. You just kind of go towards the tower, and you'll see like airships landing. It's pretty kind of self-explanatory.
And is the library in that same direction, or is that somewhere else?
The Amin Archive?
Perhaps.
Sure.
Would that be the library that you would recommend?
Broski, I am not a reader. More like a verbal audiobook kind of guy. Have you ever seen those new scrying diamonds that are coming out? They're pretty cool. You can like listen to podcasts and stuff, or like watch videos of like different stories. Totally duper, dude.
Have you taken something in the last few hours?
Totally. Dude, I was
That
watching like
explains it.
these recordings from this Marquet Game On, and it was like totally wicked. It was just emotional, man. Like I was listening to the story. 100 episodes, I'm like 2 in. It's crazy.
Yes.
You gotta be careful with that, though. I heard that those people have that pip disease that going around.
Well, at least it's in the diamond, you know. That's why you don't watch it live in person. You put the diamond between it because the pip, you know.
That makes sense. Would you recommend a potion shop? I want to get health pot or two, maybe.
No pot. Haberdashery's got you on board, man. They have these like thing called like the Gunslingers. It's named after this like Percy guy. Haberdashery is top notch. They might know some potions there, probably. That's the only one I've been to.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah.
But yeah, the library. And he kind of like slowly going through like Granny Agnes's books and like maps on the place. I mean, there's this one, the Omnivore Library in the Sigil District. That sounds impressive. Like you can tell he has no clue what's there.
Sure.
Yeah, and the Omen
Yeah, they're just
Archive. That's in the yeah, that's over right nearby the Indala Skyport in the Sand Herald district.
All right. Well, that sounds like it's on the way then. That might be our best bet.
Watch out for spice markets. Stuff can mess you up, my man.
What? Wait,
More
why?
of a Sweet sky.
Well, there's like
You know-
spice for meat, but then there's like spice.
Or
You know.
Kai seems to like want to impress them, and it's just like, yeah, oh yeah.
Or getting high.
Whoa. What are you, a cop or something? Narc?
No. I've seen them come into the port.
Around here, we just say it's for flavor, you know, for the little kiddos around. That's all right. We're all
Wouldn't
hashtag
that-
mature audiences here, so it's all good.
Isn't there a risk in children then trying to use the spice for flavor if you lie to them about it like that?
Yeah, that was a big thing that happened around there for a while. But then this guy came in with this like weird dude who like ducks, and I don't know, they like changed all the regulations on the spice market.
Oh my god, Michael.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's
It
where if
doesn't
you ever hear
sound
the
like
like
my
what the
speed.
duck phrase, that's where that came from.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Well, you seem tired. You should off to bed now.
Sure, yeah, glad to be of help. Always a service. Go and wake us up if you need it. No big deal. And he walks over to his bag and just takes his big pipe and just one big hit again. He's like, yeah, go and sleep all day long. And just kind of goes in his room. Just
This is a strange place.
It is, isn't it? I thought maybe I was just not as traveled as I thought, but this is weird, right?
I
Yes.
kind of like it. I don't know. They're really nice.
Not
I think they're
strange, just
cool.
not strange is bad. It's just different.
Well, yes. I mean, I don't. They seem like nice gentlemen, but things are a little bit askew here.
I think we should be careful what we eat.
I hadn't thought about that. And he looks down at the food he's been eating.
You are eating spicy food.
Kai-sama has like an old candy. He's just like, it's half eaten.
That's why I stick to veggies and sugar.
Yeah.
A
Those are
balanced
the
diet.
basic food groups. So
Yep.
Yeah, it does seem that Granny Agnes, though you heard her in the morning, does not seem to be around at the moment. Both Puff twins did end up kind of going to the room and passing out. But they left food and stuff and maps. You already had your money given to you. Morning's yours.
I would like to take one of the maps, please.
Sure.
No one told me not to, so I'm
yeah.
taking it.
What specifically Von Corel? There's some of the
Yeah,
world
like
and the region.
if there's like a region map kind of
Sure.
thing of this area. Actually, if there's a map for Zhigao in that region on, that's out in the open, I'll take that too.
The only one
There's one
that's
on the table.
there's one that's like fixed on the table and it's more of a world map, like of the continents. But there is one of Ank'Harel and kind of the surrounding regions here in Marquette, which is the lower continent.
Right.
Then there is some more of specifically of Xhorhas, and then more of the on the east coast north side where Zhigao is, that region. So you'll have access to both of those if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to take both, just in case, because you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like a lot of her research was on these port trade routes. One that led through the Zhigao and past it. And kind of specifically almost like tracking, not necessarily over land, but through the sea, certain, cargo stoppings along the way.
Alrighty. D&D Beyond doesn't like it when you highlight things.
No.
No.
What are we doing?
No.
Well, Zell's going to wrap up the remainder of the meal he's collected in like a napkin and stow it away to make sure there's been no reaction to the food he's eaten so far before he continues eating it.
That's fair.
You guys will see Bibble grab another head of cabbage and put it in his top of his shell, and then he'll grab another head and start chewing on it.
I'm gonna head to the haberdashery if anybody wants to come.
I'll accompany you. I don't think that any of us should really be traveling alone at the moment.
Yeah, we did get into a fight just yesterday on the street.
Yeah.
That's true.
From what Granny told us, it was because of Zell.
If it would make you feel any better, I could maybe do something about that.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm just stating that they're not after all of us.
Unless somebody was watching and saw that we.
That would be my concern as well. Yes.
Raise a good point, Dell.
I do want to maybe get a health potion. That's probably a good idea if we're going to be heading out east.
All right then, to the haberdashery.
All right. You guys are heading out, following the simple directions of chaos.
As we walk out the door, Bibble yells, "Bye,
Granny.
Oh,
Nothing back.
Well,
Shut
that's worrisome.
Just some bye from like one of the rooms.
Granny leave? Did we not notice?
We're getting some really bad peer pressure advice in the chat here.
What? Yeah, no. I'm not doing that.
Okay,
All right.
so
So yeah, we're gonna head to the haberdashery. I would like to
Haberdashery.
specifically keep my eyes open for, criminal types.
Sure.
the criminal.
So you guys definitely know you're in much more of the outskirts, kind of abandoned districts, as a bit of like industrial type areas. Definitely a rough area to be. Less money has come through this part of town, and there's a lot of abandoned buildings. So as you go around, there are definitely some sites of the Aurora, not the Aurora Watch, the mixing that up. Where did you go? The Watch here, the guard. Sorry, I'll look it up. All my knowledge right now is in
it's fine.
Chicago. The
Yep.
authorities. It's fine. DM can't be prepared for everything at once. So you do see a lot of them out, kind of like done with their desert sand up there as well. But go ahead and give me perception checks if you're looking out for that. Who is taking the lead on trying to find their way properly through town? Either one person with advantage if someone's helping, or two people can make the roll. Rival.
I can make the roll.
And my
Um,
perception is 16.
I'll help with trying to find the shop, and I'm also like probably have my hand on the coin pouch on my hip as I'm walking.
Bibble, are you gonna walk along? What are you looking out for?
Do you ever see a person with a short attention span just walk through a town? Just kind of like that's Bibble with a head of cabbage.
Awesome. I like it. Just give me a perception check.
Note it. My coin purse is stitched inside my bra. Good
Good
luck
enough.
stealing from me, DM.
Big old 4.
We'll make it happen. Mage hands exist. And they're invisible if you're a certain type of rogue. What'd you get,
It's just
Bibble?
creepy.
4.
Or okay, cool. Yeah. Wow, it's big and sandy and really hot and really cool. A lot of the architecture kind of taking your attention. Zelius, as you're kind of like taking the eye and looking around, not much grabs your eye. You definitely see every so often signals of like graffiti. A lot of it nonsense and of not much merit for what you're looking for. But on occasion you do see a few markings which you know are either marking towards like a hideout or a drop-off point. There are signs of, myriad-esque, operations going on in the city as well.
Right.
What'd you get with your survival? Cordelia?
24. Cordelia.
Cordelia. I love you.
24.
24.
You just wait till Gary Con, Michael.
I love it so much. Miguel?
Oh,
Yeah, as you're able to kind of, quickly go through the map and figure it out, you do hear a couple scoffs of the watch as you're walking by, as you're looking at a map, and then kind of seeing Bibble look around. It's like, tourists. But they kind of leave you no mind and walk, kind of walk past you guys. You guys don't stand out too much. There is a large attention of humans here, goblins, dwarves, and elves. Not goblins, sorry, dwarves, orcs, and elves is what I meant to say. So you don't stand out too much, though you stand out a little bit comparatively to others if they were like really trying to pay attention. But easily able to make your way through the town. There's a lot much more movement and kind of stores opening up for the day. you guys make it to the proper town, you can see a lot more of the guard here are well dressed and more visual than functional, whereas they're a lot more functional where you were. This is like the middle of town where they want to make everything look better and welcome and hey, everything's going well because this is the city, city area. As you go through the marketplace, already with your perception checks and covering up your gold is probably a good idea because you can see kids and urchins already trying to find and look for ways to steal money, and you're just not easy targets, so they kind of easily move on. Couple fruit markets and vegetable stands, and there's one kid at the end. Spices, you spice. Kind of already kind of going around, asking around for people. Got fresh meat, spices here. Anybody fish spices? Really good spices here. So clearly not the bad kind of spices that he was warning you about. So it seems. But you're easily able to make it through and asking a few people. They point you down to the end of an area that ends with a bit of a, not say oasis, but they got like these little riverways that have like benches and trees that serve as the center of the roads and some of these marketplaces. And at the end, you can see Lord Percival Haberdashery. And it's got like a little signal of a gun and some freshly, very, very nice tuned shrubbery. A shrubbery.
I'm suspicious of everything here now.
Yeah, Cordelia just walks in.
You just hear ding, 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 ding. And then like this little like cord gets caught like as you like the door opens, and you just see this cord kind of like taking these like bells there at the back, and then it hits this little device that goes boom, and this gun goes off. Oh, yes, be right out. Hold on. And from the back, you hear a little bit of rustling, and coming out from the back, and you can see all rows of. There's some plants being grown. There's some ways to twirl them up and little things like that to get ready for haberdashery type, smoking things. But on the other side, there are some potions and just kind of normal wear there. But coming from the back, a curtain opens, and you can see, with your passives, even as bad as they could be, a well-dressed royalton, kind of this very skinny elf with like pointy ears, this blue jacket, gold embroidered with like a fake wooden gun on the side, glasses that look like this, and white hair that's clearly a wig. And it seems, if any of you know Lord Percival of Taldore, of the Count, of that famous Vox Machina, he is clearly a cosplayer of him. Yes, good morning. Lord Percival Haberdashery at your service.
Question, the gun thingy that went off, was it facing the door?
Oh, no, it's like to the side, almost as like a, like when like a little alarm bell goes off to like announce that someone's come in. It's like that. And then so he's like going up and like refilling with a little bit of black powder and resetting. It's just like a blank, it seems.
Yeah, I think as soon as I saw that, I dropped to the ground.
Oh, sorry, it's just it's a fun little, it's not loaded. You're safe.
Are you okay, Cordelia?
Those things are dangerous.
I mean, he kind of looks at Bibble for a second. I mean, you were fine around his, and then he just like kind of reaches down to like help you back up off the floor.
She's a waif, you just like
Yeah.
It's like a little baby trying to get to her feet. That's pleasure. How can I help you all today?
Where are we?
You're in Lord Percival's haberdashery.
Oh, guys, we found the store.
Yes, we did.
Do you have any help?
Oh my gosh, do you have one of, can I see that? Sorry. I see you have one of those, None of guns. The guns.
My gun?
Yes? Where did you get that? That is fascinating.
It was a present from my father.
Ah. It's amazing to see how wide Lord Percival's inventions have gone. And just what they're changing in the world. We're seeing it firsthand. It's just something else, isn't it? And now in a turtle's hand? Well, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Will you shoot it for me?
Oh, will you give me a discount?
Sure.
Sure.
You wouldn't let me shoot it, would you?
I mean, if you give me a health pot for free, yeah.
Oh, be clear with that. A health pot or health potion?
Right.
They're
I
very distinct
forgot
things
where
right
I
here in Agra.
was health potion.
Oh, sure. One-time life experience here on one hand. Oh, it is 50 gold.
Bibble actively sees him like thinking this out by moving his hands. He'll just like take out the gun and start like petting the top of it.
That is amazing. He like move his wig a little bit and then correct it. All right, deal. One potion for one shot.
Okay. Can't be at any of us.
My dear, I would never. I'm a man of sophistication and class. I cannot ever disrupt the amazingness of this invention. Bring it bad reputation.
Okay. I'll load up a shot for you.
And you'll see Bibble start loading, like pouring in the gunpowder, putting on the flint cap, putting in the bullet, and like shoving it all down.
Okay. All right. Yes.
And then I'll hand it to him while saying,
Don't touch this part.
Okay.
When it's ready, you're ready to shoot.
He looks like he's never
Don't
held one properly in
point
his hands before.
Don't point it at anything unless you want it dead.
Right. Okay. Yes. I was like looking around. Okay. All right. And there's like a metallic shield that's kind of in the corner of the room. That's got like the Dawn Star on it. He goes, okay. All right. Are you sure this is okay? This is. Oh, you've made my day, young man. Okay.
Yeah, now focus your eyes on these metal bumps on the top. And
Okay.
use that aim.
You see him like shaking, like he's almost so nervous and also really bad at this. And then he just pulls the trigger.
don't tell me he rolled a 1.
Wow. So I'm definitely giving him disadvantage because, not proficient, just super nervous. Rolled a natural 20.
And another natural
And a
20.
natural 1.
Oh, god damn it.
As you just see him, this is the day. Boom! As it blasts off, it does misfire, so you're going to have to fix that. As he swings it up, it begins to ricochet off of the shield. It breaks another pot. I need all of you to give me a dex saving throw. It becomes past you guys. Bibble, you're fine. You're too short for this one.
Oh, okay. See? Of being the short character.
Yeah, I'll give you that for being short. Short king.
And
10.
7.
3.
Oh no.
I think I'm getting a free potion out of this.
Am I dead?
Okay.
Did you kill me in the second session?
What's the damage on your bullet,
The
Kojak?
pistol is 1d10.
Oh.
Cool.
I'm not dead. I'm hurt.
You take 6 points as like everyone, you're just able to get out of the way, and Cordelia, you move and it sideswipes your arm, and then you just see this from across the street as someone's window and pots break. All right, and he just shoves it back in your hand. I'm so sorry about that. Puts his hand on yours and cures you real quick. He's like, 4 potions should be enough for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Please leave.
Yeah.
Did he heal me
Have
6
a great day.
points?
Yeah, he healed you.
Okay, cool. I'll heal myself back
Just
up.
each gave you a potion that says, "We're done here. You never came here, right?"
Never seen
No.
you before in my life.
Fantastic. Bibble, thank you so much, but I've never seen you before in my life. Bye.
Nope. Bye-bye.
You can start hearing like people screaming in the streets. There's like whistles going off for like the guard.
You just get a lesser or a regular healing potion.
Yep, just a regular healing potion for each one of you. Which is,
I mean,
Not
we
fun.
got basically 200 golds worth for, 1 bullet to the whatever, wherever it hit you.
Arm.
Oh,
how fast
pretty
are you
good deal.
guys?
Pretty good deal.
How fast are you guys leaving?
Pretty fast. That was
Or-
weird.
Yeah,
Are you
we're
guys
like doing
trying-
that like fast walk where you're not running, but like you're moving quick.
Are any of you guys trying to like stay out of sight from witnesses, or you just kind of just dip in?
My height to my advantage.
Up to you guys. You can either stealth, or you can full speed away, or you can speed at disadvantage if you're trying to do a
Cornelius
little bit of both.
walking away, like leaving, like the guy in there was nuts.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
terrified of him.
I think Hyde is just leaving like brisk walking and more concerned about
God.
like, are you okay?
I knew they were dangerous. She looks.
That's what happens when inexperienced people shoot a gun.
As you
But
guys,
you were the one who gave
Yeah.
him the gun.
Despite the fact that this did financially work out in our favor, from now on perhaps we don't hand people our weapons.
as you guys are fast walking away, the sounds of the like alarms are going off, and you do see a group of 5 soldiers run around the opposite edge of the road, and you see the captain going like, "What's happened here?" And a lot of them point to the shop, and all of a sudden, as you can see back, because you guys are like the far side of the road now, this man falls onto the road holding his arm, and his wig falls off. He goes, "Oh, they have stolen from me! They shot me! Oh!" As they all look, "Oh, get them!" And you have 5 soldiers chasing after you guys at the moment. What are you doing?
Running?
Are you fleeing the
Running.
scene?
Yeah, I am.
To the library!
Crazy!
All right, if everyone's running, give me athletics rolls.
Hold on. I'm not so sure I am running. Sorry to go against the grain, but
Do what you would do.
Do it.
I love natural ones.
no. Hold on, gentlemen. And he's gonna walk forward with his hands up.
Real quick, as you do that, what are the rest of you doing? Because I've heard a few running. So are you going to continue running, or can you see Zelius?
I see Zell like start like, whoa, I'll stop.
Really?
She'll just hold her staff and look like terrified. Like, what is happening?
Kaizen?
I think I had stopped like maybe 15 feet away, like realizing that Zell's stopped now, but is also just like kind of, he has like his hand on his axe, like unsure of what's happening.
Okay. Zelius, as you kind of put your hands up forward, the captain kind of comes up to you. He has like a rapier out. The other 4 kind of center around, seeing Bibble and Cordelia not really going to stances. 2 of them now have their swords out, like, "Don't move!" You Kaizen,
Of
kind of giving you a
course.
warning not to grab your axe or anything. And the captain just, "All right. What happened to you?"
Well, you see this gentleman over here, who is obsessed, by the way, with this character he's portraying. Never heard of him before.
Yeah, we already know that.
He demanded to see my companion's firearm. Fired it off in his shop. It ricocheted, hit one of my companions, after which he bribed us to leave expediently and then tried to blame it on us.
There's a big tear in her shirt.
Now,
Damn, shoulder wound.
I'll admit that I am not the most savory of characters, but I cannot abide by such unfettered deceit to the town's guard. You're trying to keep the peace here, and this gentleman is
All right.
off his rocker.
Clearly Silver Tongue. And he looks over at you, Cordelia. You say you got shot?
Well, it went through here, and then he cast a spell, but I think it hit that window over there.
Where? Let me see this wound.
Well, he healed me, but my shirt's all torn from it.
You're saying he shot you, then healed you.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to hurt me. I don't want to press charges.
And then bribed you. Where's this? What? It just seems like this headache. Shut up back there. And he just looks at one to make him points to one of his guards to go over. Look at his wound.
I don't think Mr. Percy would have acted like this.
Please don't bring Lord Percival into this. He's not in any way officially related to this. This man saw them when they were visiting. Come on, it's just a long thing. We allow it, we don't condone it. Yes, what's this bribe? What was bribed? Show me the goods.
Well, he gave us potions to make us leave, and then surprised us by accusing us of robbing him.
And you accepted them instead of coming to the gods.
Well, I had not known that it had hurt anyone else. As far as we understood it, only our companion was hurt. She was healed. The situation was rectified.
Did anyone get hurt in that house?
You go find out.
I can make him confess if that will help.
Oh, I bet you still see the ricochet mark on the shield in the corner of his shop.
He's looking around to see who's talking, and then... Oh. My apologies. Alright. You do know taking bribes within the city, especially the San Harrow district, is a good crime?
Well, I believe that law only applies to authority figures.
What, are you a lawyer?
No, I'm just a concerned citizen who happens to know his rights.
Right. Give me a persuasion check.
I'm good at those. Ooh, I didn't like the roll, though.
Oh, no.
Well, that's a 12.
Level 3.
Okay.
I don't know.
Level doesn't make a difference. It's the DC.
The captain. Level.
The captain just says to all of you, sit down. Let me do my investigation. Don't try anything. He puts his shield or his sword away. The two guards are going to stand there. Are you guys going to sit down and wait? Or are you guys going to attempt anything?
I will glance at Kai to see if he's willing to accommodate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to fight a bunch of guards. But if Kai wants to...
Brittany loves fighting guards in my campaigns.
Goes well.
As soon as they kind of surrounded him and told him not to move, he went like that to his weapon. So he is backing down.
Okay. Everyone kind of seems to be a little bit more calmed. This guy goes up, oh, they came in and they were harassing me at gunpoint for my potions. Ah! The guy doesn't seem like they're believing him much. It seems like this guy's a little bit of a nuisance. And
I even have a wound.
Let's just do our investigation. We're looking into it, all right? He's kind of looking around, and you can hear him talking a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like he might have slashed himself, but I don't know. I guess if there was a ricochet wound, maybe. But it looks more knife to me. Hard to tell. All right. And then he kind of walks back over to the other side. Anyone hurt in there? The guy comes back up. No, everything's just fine. A little scared cat in the back.
Oh.
He's fine. He was not hurt. You just see this cat just hair completely up in the corner, just circling. Clearly, I think this is a misunderstanding. All right. I need all of your names, but you are cleared to go. No more funny business within the city. If you come up on my report again, you are going straight to jail.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Completely understood. We're actually on our way out. And my name is Tristan Comstock, for the record.
Deception check.
That might be his name, and I don't know.
That's a 20.
There's his eyes squint at you as a commander of like who tend to be more detectives and seem to work with your type. Clearly, it's on the border of probably not believing you, but as long as you're leaving, he probably doesn't really care as much. But you do get the idea that he's probably up on the fact that you're giving a fake name. Cordelia, are you guys fake name or real name?
Real name? Cordelia Tanasha.
Alright. You? Look at you, Bibble.
Bibble.
Set up a B. 3 B's.
Bibble. 3.
3, okay, alright. And you?
Eisen, no last name.
Cool. Yeah, leave the axe in the thing. I don't want to see you causing any harm here, muscle man.
I mean, so far I've been not very warmly welcomed, so yeah.
Well, I see the scars on your
mostly for
face.
defense.
Clearly you get into your own trouble.
He just looks super ashamed and like nods.
You see just a little bit of guilt, like, oh man, I thought he was like a tough guy. I'm like, just
No, he just like cowers like a puppy.
like falls in. The guy's like, well, damn. All right.
Now you're just a jerk.
Yeah, now the guy's just like, you can clearly see on his face, like, yeah, now I'm just the jerk. Like, just get out of here. All right, just go. You're free to go.
Yes, sir.
And then you just hear him like, and you, shut up and get on your feet. Like, he's kind of done and tired with this guy. Clearly a nuisance in the neighborhood. But yeah, it looks like the Lord Percival Haberdashery owner is getting some sort of public disorderly fine.
Well, as we move speedily along, Zell's just like, I apologize for confronting the situation when everyone else seemed to be ready to run. I don't need that kind of heat on me. I don't think any of us will do well if the town guard is after us.
I mean, you saw that guy. He wasn't going to believe me that I wasn't a troublemaker, so I'm kind of glad you did step up.
Yeah.
Cordelia's just staring at the cat, hoping it's okay. Is it frozen?
Do you want me to ask it if it's okay?
You can.
I mean, yes. It's very curious. What's happening? Like, is he just gonna go up and say, "Hey, you okay, cat?"
One of you guys are gonna Bardicdice us.
Yeah, guys are gonna cast Speak with Animals, and it's gonna go up and ask the cat.
You just start hearing, "How dare you! How dare you all! Interrupting my morning!"
He immediately stops it and like, I think it's just concerned and just seems really unsettled suddenly.
Do you say anything to the cat?
No, he was like about to say, "Hey, are you okay?" But as soon as he heard that, it was like already screeching. He just like shut out that voice.
Nope.
There. He's there.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Good. Well done. Library, airship, get the hell out of this desert town.
Yeah. Yes.
To the library.
And that, I think, is the perfect place to make our break for the night. Oh man, we need like like the old time Batman type, like through the library, like transition. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining in and giving us a little break to get up. Let us know what snacks you grabbed in the chat. My go-to is always popcorn when it has streams going. I know, so good, so good. Though when I'm a player, it's milkshakes. Everyone gets mad at me for that on Mondays.
Yeah.
And then everyone ends up like ordering something. It's like mid-game. It's amazing.
I want popcorn though.
But all right. We jump back into tonight's game. You guys, as a party, decided to go to Lord Percival's haberdashery, where shenanigans occurred. A natural one, holding a gun, and a bribery attempt occurred. But you guys were able to talk your way out of it, get out of that situation well, each with a new potion, and have decided to head over to the library. It's not too far a walk. You guys are able to kind of go through the city, and there's a research kind of archive area here called the Omen Archive. If you wish to go in and ask anyone around for some specific research, you can see back in the background behind this on the far side of Jamon's tower, the airship port.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go in and ask about any material they may have on Ruidus, lunar eclipse, or beings, or like powerful beings of order.
Interesting. Okay, so as you walk in, there is a kind of well-dressed female that's sitting at the front desk to kind of help greet and point in different directions. Hello, yes, my name is Nuvian. So you're saying powerful beings in particular, and what else again?
Well, you see, I'm looking into matters connected to Ruidus, or the Ruidus born, or an eclipse of Ruidus, and sorry, what is it, Catha? The other moon?
Arthur, correct. Well, there are the more studies on nature and how the two moons do affect the planet and different planets, especially tides. That'd be a little bit more geometrical. There are studies on the gods themselves, some of the founding trail gods and those that have gone missing that are rumored to have some tie with Ruidus, but Ruidus itself is a much newer study. There is an active study, an off-site university of the All-State Alliance. If you wanted to head over there, one of their forefront researchers, they're not published yet, so we don't really have anything official here, but they do have a home base here where maybe their patrons occur and they head out on their research. I can tell you, I don't know if you are part of the university here or have referral. Typically, you need a head of appointment or a referral to get an audience, but maybe someone over there could, enlighten you if you had any.
Unfortunately, I don't come with any official referrals.
Oh, unfortunate.
Just sort of a traveling scholar, just trying to find
Oh, bless you. Sorry, your friend over there was sneezing.
Oh, I had not noticed. Just trying to find sort of a niche piece of knowledge that seems to be missing.
Oh, well, I am so sorry. This is more of a academic archive. The public one, I can tell you, there's not much on Ruidus, as it had already been procured by the All-Light, not All-State. That's the insurance around the block, new to the city. Very good from what I've heard, but...
Sorry, All-Light? Can you...
Yes, the Alliance of the All-Light.
Like 2 words, all and light?
Actually, it's just one. ALL, light.
Okay.
They're a bit of a newer group. I believe they have... Give me 1 second. I believe that they have a much more active research site in Basuras. Not much word has come from them on what they are looking at.
Where's Basuras?
Basuras, it is in Zorhas, in the Hellcatch Valley. Oh, I'm so sorry, not Zorhas. I'm so sorry. I should know my geography. In the Hellcatch Valley of Marquette. It's about 900 miles. Looks like south.
Okay. Well, I guess I might have to stop in there sometime. You don't have anything publicly available that might shed some light on Ruidus for me?
I mean, just simple understanding of Ruidus. So if you want to go check out some books more on the geography of it, layers that occur, some of the superstitions that occur around it. Most of them are folklore and don't really get recorded. The oral history, so you might be able to find journals here and there that speak on superstition on those that believe them to be Ruidus born. I'm sure you've heard some of the superstitious luck of they that believe they're more misfortunate than others, which I'm sure that is not
Indeed.
true.
Not something I'm particularly interested in, though were empirical evidence ever to be found, it would certainly be interesting.
Oh, I do believe that currently the Alliance of the All Light is the forefront of that, as even research on Ruidus is very new within the past decade itself.
I see. All right, well, if it's not a trouble, then I will look at some of the books you have around here, and then we'll be on our way.
Yes, anything about the planetary alignments, Akartha and Ruidus would be over there in that book shelf there, and you could use the tabletop there. I'm sure Brittany's looking at me silly because I don't know how to describe a library very well.
I was just wondering if you were going to pull out the Dewey number for
Oh, no, not here. We hate the Dewey number in Marquette. Well, that's a Tal'Dorei thing.
Use the Percival pointillism system.
He's trying to make it go, but that's just Whitestone.
All right, then, yeah, I'm not gonna take too much time because we do have other important matters to attend to, but I'll take maybe half an hour and see if I can scan some of these books for anything that might be of particular interest.
Is anybody helping him do that?
I can, I guess. I have a decent insight.
Yeah, go ahead and give me investigation.
Nice.
With advantage.
You can have advantage.
The other two,
nice.
Are you guys doing anything on the other research, or what are you guys doing while they're being Marius?
Kai's kind of just glancing around, like the books and stuff like that. He would probably only take notice of anything that looked like it might be something that he could actually absorb and comprehend.
Sure.
Oh,
Give me
like a picture book.
Yeah, give me an investigation check yourself.
So I have a +0, but I got a nat 20 on it.
Let's go.
Oh.
Thank you for that advantage, Brittany.
You should get my modifier.
I have a -1, but I got a 19, so 18.
Okay, nice. Bilbo, you doing anything?
Bill's just gonna look over his gun.
Okay, yeah, kind of. Go ahead and give me a it was like dexterity with proficiency, to fix it.
Dexterity with proficiency.
Yeah. Was it intelligence? Whatever, I'll figure it out.
So, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Perfect. Yeah, it didn't look like he did too much damage to it. You just have to clean out some of the leftover, the firing pin that got cracked, and we need to replace that real quick.
Okay.
Yep, so you're able to do that. We'll go backwards. So, Aizen, as you're just kind of looking along, and I don't know what that means, and that's a big word. And you get to this one interesting looking book. It just got a symbol of the moon. It is actually a pop-up book, a little story pop-up book.
Like startles him at first because he's not used to books doing that. Like, oh.
You just realize you kind of stumbled into the kids section a little bit. But these are like older, kind of like being kept for like being, because they are from cultures long ago. And you take it out and open it. And as you begin to look through, you realize this is a bit of a telling of the pre-calamity times of a large golden city, and then when you pull it out, the city begins to rise into the air above the others, and you flip the page again, and it's these wizards who are casting spells and changing the weather and kind of like move it, and they're like battling against each other a little bit, and you go to the next one, and suddenly it's these large titans that rise from the earth and are battling with each other. You notice what you recognize as the Dawn Father, and then some dark, shackled, shadowed titan-looking thing. And then as you turn the page again, you realize this book is about a champion that rose and is holding a large spear. And that raises it back. And it was where one of the gods fell that he went to grab this spear, and you can see these red, almost like veins or tentacles kind of coming up over him as you kind of pull the thing again. As you pull it, you see the spear go across the page. You turn the page again, and the spear goes into the middle of the moon, and it begins to bleed red. And so you're not quite sure exactly what it's telling, but it seems to be a story of a champion and a warrior that was born under Rudis and seemed to defeat a god during the time of calamity.
I think that as that realization dawns on Kai, there's like a moment where he kind of goes like that, like as if he's like trying to stop a tear from forming in his eye. And he just like clears his throat and closes the book. And it just kind of sits with him for a moment. Like he's been seen as this sign of a curse. And now he's seeing that could actually mean that he could be a hero too. And he just kind of like tucks it back away and like takes a moment to recuperate before continuing to wander.
DM must not be biased. Boy must be protected at all costs. Awesome. Yeah, perfect. As you're kind of looking through this, lastly, Cordelia, you see as Zelis is kind of taking a few books, and you're able to find exactly kind of the few that you wanted to find here, and able to pinpoint the little bit of knowledge as you're kind of reading through. Many of it's just almanacs and just basic knowledge, just descriptions and tables that are trying to follow the flares and how they match up with full moons, and it just doesn't seem to have any sort of argument there. That there's a lot of confusion and a lot of superstition, as most of this is like opinions, that not much of this information has been around, and most of it's been again, just very recent. But as you begin to read through, you do find a few articles that begin to describe it. A lot of, again, same sort of, I'm talking about the dullish red reflection of the moon. And you do know, as it's reading, that the flare does happen, and it has been pinpointed, when Hatha is covered by Rudis and both moons eclipse the sun. So it's a double eclipse that occurs at a flare. Again, it's not something that can be recorded, but that's what occurs when a flare-up happens. Okay. It seems that Rudis is the one that's harder to follow as well. You can go through as well. What was I going to see? That it is related to a lot of dreams and misfortune, and cursed is kind of like the typical reputations given to it, as well as what I was going to find scholarship. that apparently there have been some meteor showers that have fallen that are attributed to Ruidus that have been found to give apparent resources. It doesn't really go into much detail on what they are, but it does describe that these rocks and crystals are being studied at the Ardinilin Seminary in Ios, as well as the Omen Archive in Bassaros.
Sorry, they're being studied where?
So the first one is the Ardinilin Seminary in Ios. Marquette. I'll put that in the chat.
Seminary in... My gosh, these words.
It's a lot. I'll put it in the chat there.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the other one is the Omen Archive and Faculty Research, which is what they were talking about in that kind of like all being brought here, and the all light is kind of paying for this as they're trying to go through this archaeology sites and actually finding these artifacts and understanding what they mean. And then the last book is more on folklore, legends that don't have any proof to them, but they're oral traditions that, what you found in this kind of book that's been put together, is that the author has found that these are ones that have more merit than others. They're not just children lore. They're seemingly popping up in different cultures in very similar stories. So people are wondering, starting to read, like, well, what truth are in these stories that everyone is seeing with different perspectives? And a lot of them do find that it was a pre-founding, so before the gods came to the area, and during the Age of Arcanum or the Calamity that you know of, which was the times when the wizards brought cities into the air and magic began to get to the level of technology that even the gods deemed too dangerous for mortals. And there was a war between the mortals and gods, and also a betrayal of gods that occurred. That some believe that at the same time there was a disappearance of two unnamed deities, and there's a myth around the same time that Ruidus seemed to begin to turn red. And that is where all this myth is being held, that the gods put a myth and folklore to it, that to stay away from the study of Ruidus because it is cursed of the gods, and to not partake in anything. And those that are Ruidus born have been cursed by those gods as well. So that's why this research hasn't been around, because most of the time in the recovery of the Calamity, there's been this omen of the magical influence has been dangerous and corrupted. Yeah, so nowadays people are trying to wonder what in that is myth and is a lie, and what is actual true. And that it does seem to be these forefront in archaeology digs are what seems to be the forefront of research today.
Interesting.
And the last thing I was going to say with your natural 20, because it's just a lot, there are also a religious significance, that there are some that actually sacrifice Ruidus-born children in cults. A lot of them have been fleshed out of Tal'Dorei and are now finding more prominence in Xhorhas and Wildmount, as they are being banned, as those practices are being banned in Tal'Dorei.
Okay. Well, that's disturbing. I have some things to ruminate on.
Yeah,
but I won't delay the rest of you any longer. I appreciate you taking the time to allow me to do a little bit of research. And now that I know that libraries exist, I can perhaps do this in every town we visit. It's amazing.
Great.
It's amazing the differences in our cultures. My people hide all our documents in the temple, and only the high priests get to read it.
Why?
Well, that's a complicated question. The short answer is they think they're better than everyone else.
Yeah, people do that.
But, well, I don't live with them anymore, so I don't give a damn what they think.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yes, well, I've been forced to sort of reevaluate my perspective a number of times. Anyway, I believe there is an airship waiting for us.
To the ship!
I had to do it.
That's how we get
He's gonna
around
do
now.
it for everything from now on.
It's a thing now.
This is so funny because that's literally what Lit's video was today. Was that how each group will come up with like their own like colloquialism, where it's like
Yeah, I saw
9
it.
with like Critical Role or like like whatever, and like everyone has their like little things. So all of a sudden today that we're big, it's become our thing. I personally love it because
Manning everywhere.
I always have the awkwardness of like, well, when do we make that jump or how fast do you make transitions? And I think just is like perfect.
We'll need a graphic and a sound effect made up. You just
I will work on it. I'm so excited for this. I will make a transition. We'll make this happen. I love
We
it.
arrive at the docks.
So perfect. All right. As you guys find your way to the docks after all that, and the elf kind of nods to you all after leaving. You guys left all the books there? Or you weren't taking anything with you? We're attempting to.
No, I'm not gonna take any of them.
Bibble, you're not eating any of the books or any of the paper.
No, he actually just finished last.
All right. Glad we got lettuce for you.
Did Kai take the book?
No, I think he tucked it back, but he probably would have like took note of like the symbol that was on the front just so he can remember what it was.
Sure. Yeah, you remember especially the champion kind of being dark-haired, tan skin, kind of like this red cloak and this golden spear with these golden markings, almost runic, on his forehead and arms. But you saw that as it went on, it became more that red tentacle overcame him, and basically the idea was that a lot of people looked at him being cursed afterwards after getting the power. All right, so you guys make your way to the airship area. Much bustling and busier here as the cargo is being loaded and offloaded on some. And as you're heading up to the main gate way to attempt to find this captain of yours, you actually do see Granny Agnes there speaking to the dockmaster. And you can all give me perception checks.
Good. That's going to be a 2 from me.
Yeah, kind of looking the other way.
22.
Ooh.
It's because my vision's so blurry.
This thing's rolling real nice tonight.
I know.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Yes.
What'd you get, Eisen?
17.
17. And Cordelia?
22.
Yeah, very nice. Was it natural 20? What was the total?
I had +0, so
Just natural. Okay.
20.
Cool.
Best he could do.
The best I can do.
As you're kind of looking up from your perspective, you can see Granny Agnes. The three of you notice that they shake hands, and there seems to be a bit of a coin exchange occurring between the two of them. As well as Bibble, you do notice there is a secondary pouch in his hands. It's kind of being covered up and then put in his pocket as he kind of stores the gold onto the back and kind of nods. And then they kind of notice you. It's about time you've all arrived.
We're not late, are we?
Well, it did
The
say the
paperwork
ship
was-
was occurring you at 10.
She holds up the paper. It's all blurred out.
Told you last night, should have been listening.
I'm sorry.
And as soon as you say that, you all of a sudden are bumped and pushed out of the way as you're interrupted, as there seems to be a line of about 17 of dock workers that bustle through. And they got like cargo boxes, and there's mirrors and statues going by, and you're kind of cut off from Granny on the other side as a raid of cargo workers come through. Go give me dexterity saving throws as the raiders come in.
Oh no!
The raiders gonna knock us on our butts.
Zell's totally not paying attention.
Hello,
right now,
raiders. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for the raid. All of you guys get to be injected into our story.
16.
They said 56 for a second. I was like, wait, what?
That's not
possible in D&D.
Wait, no, 15.
Well, you gotta be more
That's fun.
specific, because it is possible in 3.5.
That is touche. Actually.
I know.
The comments come flooding in.
I got a 9, so...
Okay. Bibble?
I got a 20.
20. Kaizen?
I threw all my good rolls out in the first half of the game.
It was worth it.
Yes,
Yeah.
well used.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
12. Okay. Bibble, you kind of got stood in the middle as like they're like carrying the boxes over your head. But eventually, one of the knees kicks you in the shell, and you do stumble as both Zelius and Bibble, you are knocked prone from this. As well as with the bumbling, one of the statues falls and cracks. And you just... they did it! It's like, that's fine, just keep it moving, get out of here! Get off the docks, you guys! This is ridiculous. Those guys are coming after you for fines on these.
Watch where you're going!
Oh, sorry, my man. Like, an orc picks you up and just brushes off your shell. Like, you're there. You're good. You're good.
Kai for the second time today now pulls up Zell and it's just kind of like
Yoink.
Thank you, Kai. What happened?
I don't really know. I've never been to an air dock before, so I don't know if that's normal.
Yeah. If it's like regular docks, it is. We should probably by the way.
Sorry about that. That was one of our express ships coming in. And it looks like they was going straight over to the Jamon's tower, you know.
Well, I would like to express my displeasure with their discourteous behavior.
Noted. I'll raise it up the chain. Sure.
Very much appreciated. Where are we going now?
And I
said, just waking up. Like,
if you weren't asking questions last night, you'll be riding with Nuvian Herdith. This is the captain at the end. And you see all these like grand ships that are large and nice and beautifully made up, Captain. You just see this rinky-dink shack of a boat at the end. It looks like strings coming off. Some of the masts are like ripped in a few places. You're kind of surprised it actually flies. But it looks like they're putting on the last couple of cargo. You got the last bit of what I've requested, right? It's like, oh, of course, Granny. It's always good working with you. We'll bring back some of the right sugar, if you know what I mean.
Is that ship really like airworthy?
I was just like, it's beautiful. Look at this thing. It's amazing.
You got a good eye for airships. That's one of the finest in our fleet. Well, fastest in the fleet. Can't say finest. You'll be fine.
Has it ever had any accidents or anything of that nature?
Probably.
What's the name of the ship again, DM?
The name of the ship? Give me a perception check.
Oh, I thought you said the name of the ship.
Nope, that was the captain.
Oh, what's the captain's name?
The captain's name, Nuvian. Nuvian.
Nuvian.
9.
9?
9.
Oh, this is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is fantastic. Perfect. You look and you see in some of the there's like dust and dirt on some of it. And at first you have the rim eclipse, but then you realize it's supposed to say grim eclipse. I did not know the name generator had an airship generator to it.
That raises my hopes of safe travels.
Yeah, the other ones are like the Heirloom and the Clemency and the Masquerade, and it's just like the Rim Eclipse. It'll be fine. Captain's best. We gotta go way back. They usually bring everyone back in one piece.
Well, I need to come back, right? We just need to go there and do the thing. Well, no, wait, we do have to come back. Sorry.
Yeah, Granny's like, yeah, I'd like it back. Ideally, all of you in one piece, too. Hopefully this pip cough will go away.
You never know. We might make some friends or some coin out there too. We might be able to get.
She pops the staff right into your chest when you say that. Friends don't exist out in the world. Trust only yourself and each other, I guess, if you want. But only yourself.
Kai kind of slowly moves it off of him and is like, I mean, I'll trust them at least.
Yeah, remember the guy at the haberdashery tried to get us arrested.
You went to the haberdashery. Tell the Puff Twins never to go there, and they never listen.
They said it was a good place for health potion.
Health pot. That's what they get there, not potions. Did you examine the potions you got?
What's up?
No.
Did you examine the potions you got?
No.
Don't trust him.
Out.
I would like to taste test my potions.
Everyone, give me a D100 roll, please, as you sniff and take a look at your potions.
100.
Oh, 100.
Do you think I'm going to give you 4 free potions without it being a roll? Come on,
I didn't roll a 4.
I thought you might.
You thought wrong.
I thought you were being a good DM.
I am not a nice DM.
70 flat.
1.
Ow! I rolled a 4. You rolled a 1.
Wow.
Out of 100, I rolled 1.
Okay.
Wow. What'd you get?
I got a 46.
How you guys rolled so similar? All right. I'm gonna write all this down.
Okay.
Opens random potion generator.
Both Bibble and Zelius doesn't smell like a normal health potion to you, but it looks as the same reddish, maybe a little bit of a herbal scent to it. Zelius, yours is interesting looking.
You're supposed to.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay. Let me just relabel the thing in my inventory.
Just the haberdashery health potion. You don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
Maybe I'll be desperate enough to try it at some point.
That's how I was in the sepulchre. I'm like, poison, potion, it's worth it.
Find out one way.
Like I said, only trust yourself. Eventually you're going to get yourself hurt. Even with those you travel with. Happens all the time.
No, I think we're going to do well looking after one another. These seem like trustworthy folk.
Naive kids. You'll learn one day.
I got in more trouble on my own than I ever did with him. Kind of like points at Zell.
We'll see. Well, if anybody can do it, the 7th team sent out in the Sugar Syndicate might be the trick.
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Oh boy.
All right. Good luck. Get a hold of me. It just starts walking away. Just waddling.
Oh. All right.
To the ship.
To the ship. All right. Yeah. No more delays.
Yeah. You guys go like 3 feet. The guy's just looking at you like, what? It's the ship there at the end. All right. Hurry up. Looks like they're about to be ready for departure.
Are we just like sitting in a cargo hold in the ship?
Oh, you guys make your way down, and you see the ramp to the Grim Eclipse. As there's some orcs and there's a few. I'm blanking on what they're called. Oh man, hobgoblins that are aiding as a half orc male and a ASMR woman are standing up top. Right then, so you must be the 4 crew that are coming along for the ride then. This is Captain Nuvi and I'm the first mate.
No, you're incorrect. We are the 4 passengers.
No, you're hired crew. You think you just got a free passage on the Grim Eclipse, please? You look like you'll be fun for work. She just kind of like eyes you up and down, like hungrily, like, oh, this is gonna be fun. Enough chit chat. Get on board, or you stay. And you see a half orc, kind of puffed out chest, real like large muscles, kind of a simple a captain's jacket with like the fur going up, and it's got like a bit of a tri-cap, not really pirate or anything, but just kind of something for protection. A bit of tusks on one edge and a scar on the other. It begins to go up and starts firing up some of these crystal engines. And you can see what it is are elemental crystals that power up in a triangle on these 4 sides. So even though the masts are for steering, you can see that a lot of the direction is actually made by these crystals instead.
What was the first mate's?
Would you like to go up and ask?
Oh, I didn't say.
Nope.
No.
You guys find your way up, if you wish, up on board as the orcs. And it seems like it's an eclectic crew of, there's no humans on the ship. Not exactly sure why, as there were plenty of humans and elves on the dock. But there doesn't seem, the only closest humanoid would be the ASMR. And even her has a bit more of like braids and kind of like a more barbaric look to her from normal. But the captain's up on the, oh man, not mast.
Helm.
Helm. How to say steering wheel. I feel like Travis being like, oh, I'm a pirate. Yeah, it's a steering wheel. First mate's kind of yelling at all the other ones. It doesn't seem like you guys are expected to be doing any work at the moment. But there does seem to be a cabin and some downstairs. There are some rooms behind and some hammocks in like the more crew area. And then there's a cargo hold underneath as well. There does seem to be a 3rd level, but it seems to be locked with a hatch and a lock.
The shipment. Okay.
Airship begins to take off, kind of rocks a bit for that. And is anyone here that's never been on an airship before?
Bill's been on a real ship.
Pretty sure we sailed. I took a boat here, not an airship.
Yeah, give me Constitution saving throws as kind of the ship gets up in the air a bit. If you've been, your character's been on a boat as well, you can do it at advantage.
Oh, well, I think we've all been on boats, right?
Yeah, how else we get here?
Yeah.
You could have been teleported, you could have been flown.
Wouldn't teleportation cost a lot more?
And then I got you.
Okay.
I've been grouped in.
Ooh. 24.
17.
14.
19.
Nice. Yeah, all of you have been on ships before, been on boats. The rocking doesn't seem to bother you too much at the moment. You all are kind of taking a stand, able to put your stuff down. Are any of you leaving your stuff unattended or kind of together?
No.
Pretty sure all my stuff fits on.
Is one the
in his shell.
There's like this large, like big gutted half. I blank out every time I try and say hobgoblin. I literally don't know why I have trouble saying it every time. It's kind of got a little bit of a chef's hat, kind of white t-shirt stained a little bit. He goes, welcome, guys. Any kind of like good cuisine you like to eat or allergies to avoid? like to make sure everyone's comfortable as he can. Not the best ship to be on, but I try and make do with what I got.
I'll eat just about anything.
That is anything. Like raw food, raw meat. I mean, we got some orcs here.
Yeah, raw lettuce.
I can eat raw meat. I prefer it to be nicely seared, a little bit of caramelization for flavor.
Really like spice.
Human food. Okay. Spicy raw
like
lettuce.
Cooked meat. Any kind of cooked meat, really.
Human food. Girl who looks human.
In a while. I'll try and wrap up something together. Palate's a little different, a little bland for me, but I'll try. I'll work on it. Careful where you put your stuff. That's the first mate's area. You're all in this room, actually. Kind of points to one room that's kind of got like 2 bunks. And not the best kept, but kind of pointed to one area. At least it's better than the hammocks.
It has a door that closes.
It does. It's real nice. Trust me, Janos' farts in the middle of the night will keep you up. You try and stay out.
Put my stuff in there.
Perfect. If you come need anything, come find me. It's all right. Just Tath. Tath is my name.
Taff.
Tath. Like
Tath?
a cat, but like Tath.
Tat. T-A-T.
T-A-T-H. Tath.
Tath.
Okay. Yes. That's
Yes.
okay.
Like say it with a little bit of a lisp, Tath.
Tath.
Well, not in my accent. That's just rude.
I apologize. I'm accustomed to.
I mimic
impersonating
people's
people.
accents too. It's fine. It's I get it.
It's a good way to fit in when you're traveling.
Nanjorhas. Be careful with that. I'm not sure if you guys all been there before.
I've been.
Oh. Making sure. Some humans haven't been there before. It's like a culture shock,
Oh, I'm not actually human, and he pulls his tunic aside so you can see the scales on his neck.
What is that? Dragonborn? Huanti? What are you?
Yuan-Ti. Yes.
All right. I haven't seen much of your kind. That's pretty cool.
We don't branch out very often. I can't imagine why. It's been eye-opening.
Well, that's what they say. There's so many racist people out there. So many people are scared of my kind. We're really sweethearts when we, have a chance to get to know people. I don't think that you're double-tongued or anything. That going to lie about it. That's racist. You don't make stereotypes. You get to know a person before, you make those assumptions.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, we're all gonna be friends. It'll be good. Some of them are racist. I'm sorry about them. Only been in a few places. I do apologize.
Anyone in particular we should avoid?
Oh man. Levi thinks orcs are just the best thing in the world. That everything should be run by orcs. Yeah. He doesn't get out much, so don't worry about his spouting. The election's coming up, so it's just a thing.
I really want Levi to not even be an orc.
He's a halfling.
No one wants to tell him he was raised by orcs. No one wants to tell him. So yeah, he paints himself green. It's a thing. Just let him be. It's fine.
Hey,
Yeah.
you think you can take me? My orcish resilience will crush you.
Yeah, he hit his head a couple 2 times, so
Brilliant.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, good to know. Levi's racist. We'll avoid him.
Yep.
The first mate, she doesn't actually expect us to work, does she?
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, you're the
boy.
hired hands, aren't you?
No.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of them can probably handle it, but I mean, look at these delicate fingers. I'm not really.
Oh, buddy, he pushes you into the room. I mean,
no.
That's what we've been told, that you're hired hands. If the captain finds out you're not.
Perhaps I could have a conversation with the captain about it.
Oh, that's your funeral, my man. That's your funeral. Definitely don't go to the captain without going to the first mate. Yendorn will have your ass if you do. It's a hierarchy, you know? You've never been on an airship before, have you?
I've never been on an airship, no.
Clearly.
This is a new experience to me. I did travel by sea at one point, and they did not expect me to work, which was good because
on a
I'm
passenger ship. Do you see like luxury stuff here?
Oh, it was a pirate ship, actually.
All right. Well, that's an interesting accommodation that they made. I kind of want to hear the story about this.
It's a bit of a long one.
All right, maybe after my shift, then I'll come find you. Do you like to drink or bring? Yeah, exactly. We'll share some tales.
And then afterwards, we'll have a chat with the first mate.
Look, I'll even give you a tease on mine. I'm actually from a royal family. Can you believe it? Mm-hmm. I'm goblin royalty, obviously, but you know.
I wasn't aware that there were.
That's what I'm saying. No one knows these things. You got to know a person. Got to talk to them more. That's why I decided to do this. I wanted to explore the world, meet new people. I'm meeting new people. I'm living the dream.
But if you're royalty, why wouldn't you just simply enjoy
it? Well, because I have to earn what I'm getting. You know, be a man of the sails, of the winds, grit with my hands.
Can I insight check this conversation?
Did he say the first mate's name? It sounded like he did, but I didn't hear it.
Yes, Yendorn. I'll put that in the chat as well.
That's a 5. So I feel like I fully believes this.
Yeah, I mean, so my brother actually is in the band. Have you ever heard the song "Careless Whisker"? Thanks for the follow, by the way. It's really good. It's a beat, you know.
Yes, I did hear it once.
So yeah, he's from the same family line.
Oh, well, that's fascinating.
Anyways, I'm gonna get in trouble for not cooking. But you guys really need to take care of yourselves here. I don't know what the deal is. He doesn't normally bring on people, but like he's expected to work. He'll get in trouble. He might be dumped off at the next stop if you don't.
What is the next stop?
Good living. Do I look like the captain? I don't know. I cook.
They don't even tell you where they're going?
I don't care. They say it and I forget. And the DM probably hasn't looked at the map yet to figure that out. So you're asking all these questions. All right, come over here. Let's check the map out. Let's make an educated guess. That's the word.
I don't think you can call it that, but let's take a look.
All right. Well, you see... Oh, it's a little zoomed in. I can't see anything now. Hold, please. All right, so Marquette's here. We're going up here. There's a continent in the middle. I don't even know what it's called. Have you ever been to this Taldore? Taldore? Sounds cool.
I think it's Teodora, but I'm not sure.
Teodora. All right. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, if I was to go somewhere, it would probably stop at around this. There's like a plateau area at the bottom. Have you ever heard of like a Cape Horn type of thing that you got to get around? It's like that. But this one's called the Iron Authority. So maybe I'm not a big reader. It looks like Jizzarm, but I think that's Tizarm. I think that's better said. I wouldn't name it that if it was me. Or maybe Rybadcol or Artem, you know, something like that, or to get some supplies. But I'm not the captain. I'm just a cook, so don't take my word for it.
I'm dying. My stomach hurts.
This is the stupidest
I completely understand. Well, I appreciate your candor, and well, like you said, you have a shift to attend to. But afterwards, bring us some drinks. We'll hang out. I'll tell you all about how we came to be here, and you know, how I managed to get a ride on a pirate ship without having to work myself to the bone.
Yeah, I'll make sure to come in and talk to you before anything happens and you get kicked off the ship. You know, I got to take advantage of the time that occurs. All right. I'll see you guys for dinner and drinks. Be careful.
All right.
And again, do not sit next to Levi and don't ask him about politics.
Understood.
And he'll saunter off. Kind of like pulls up his pants a little bit as he's going.
As soon as he leaves, he turns to the others and he's like, I am not lifting crates.
Why
That's
did we
fine.
have to move crates?
I don't know. I don't know what they do on ships.
Just
I think we have to like keep an eye out, bad things, and keep the
Tidy
sails
up.
working.
I can
tighten
watch
the
things.
ropes.
You.
I'm just not accustomed to manual labor.
I think there's gonna be a lot involved in us.
I still think our best choice is to have a conversation with them.
I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm gonna go out and see if they want me to do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you do that, and then Zell's just gonna like stubbornly sit down on the floor in the room and start setting up his dragon chess set.
Tortilla's like stuck on the tongues thing still, and it's like, does he have a split double tongue? What does that mean?
Would Kai know if he did? He's been with them for like months.
I mean, I feel like you'd be able to see it in his mouth if he had one.
And he doesn't.
No, he's very human passing.
At least a serious person.
Yes. Nay.
Love that guy.
Does Cordelia say that out loud? Like, does she wonder out loud, or is she just thinking?
She's definitely looking at his mouth. And she's like, no, I think it's normal. She just like, or at least I think it's human looking, and then she just goes away. So
I'm gonna go lend a hand as well. Who says to Zell and just kind of lets himself back out of this room.
The guys, and you're just kind of jumping in and giving a hand?
Yeah, I just kind of make myself available to whatever people are doing around him.
Cool.
Before I leave, not that he knows I'm doing this, but I'm gonna mind link with Zell in case something happens out on the deck. But he doesn't know I'm doing it, but it's there.
Fair enough.
Like that little bit of itch that's like under your brain for a second. You're like, oh, that's weird. Well, Bibble, what are you doing?
Bibble's just gonna go out and just either make himself useful or just start tying down random ropes. Yeah, literally, like just tie down.
You see a rope, you tie it.
Yeah, it's good stuff, little man. Yeah, just keep knotting that one up. That one's, I always forget what knot that is. It's double overhand, is it overhitch? It's a good knot.
Double square knot.
Oh, okay. And like, there's actually an orc that's like watching you now, like, around the rabbit, down the tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Kaizen, kind of first people ignored you for a little bit, kind of giving you eyes, and then after a little bit, kind of seeing that I want to help out. There are a few that pull you in to help kind of move some crates around and secure them down. Kind of make sure there's room, because it looks like there's going to be one more stop before you go.
If there are any like orcs around while he's doing that, he kind of does it then in like a showboaty sort of way. He's like,
not bad. Roll athletics. Let's see how well you did. We call it roll for cool.
Ruh-roh.
13.
It's not bad. One kind of. I'll go over and he like tries to lift one up and like slides like a lid off, and you see like this reddish stare of like a. Well, actually, give me a Arcana check. It looks like jade, or maybe, but it looks like an elephant. Like, oh shit!
That is a 16.
16. It is not jade. It's hard to tell. You haven't seen this sort of stone before. It's almost... It seems just as nice as like a diamond. But it's red and hued over with these different types of flakes in it. It's beautiful and it seems very expensive. Oh, shit. He's like, damn it, I thought you said you nailed this down. And he kind of slides it back over. He's like, you, come help me nail this thing shut. He starts like nailing one side of it.
Oh, yeah, Kai, he probably like, if he's not given a tool to do it, he like takes one of the hand axes off his belt and like uses like the end of it.
Perfect. Yep. Easily able to. He like throws some nails to you and kind of helps shut it. He's like, man, I could have lost my job off that one. Good muscles there. Good looks.
Yeah, no problem. What am I allowed to know what this is? It looked really nice.
It did look really nice. I never asked questions. I don't know, someone from the city wants it moved. I don't know. I didn't really overhear what they're doing with some bigwigs paying some good gold.
You guys do a lot of jobs like that, I take it?
Recently, a little bit more. Yeah, it's I don't know. They say it's like real nice stuff, but I haven't really been seeing gold or silver. More of these like reddish hued things and some weapons and stuff. And then kind of up top, you whoosh, like a whip goes, and Yendorn standing there. Stop talking. Get back to work. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't be talking too much. My bad. But I like your spunk, kid. Come work with me. We'll get you working.
I seem so receptive to like this person who seems like in authority, and also the fact that he's like useful, and so he's like absorbing everything now about being on the ship.
The pink's not my color, but it's pretty impressive. It works for you. It really does. What's your name?
Kaizen.
Boys, meet Kaizen. Kaizen's pretty good. He's good people.
He's gonna like make himself a little bit taller and
when
he's pointed out.
There's like a real short, like greenish, maybe orc. You're not quite sure. Kind of a brown, mussy hair. He's just kind of leaning against. I don't really know. Not really orc material, but I guess he's all right. Don't worry about Levi. Don't worry about him.
Oh no, I kind of agree, and in Orcish, I'm gonna say to him, I was raised by orcs, so I respect that.
You see Levi kind of looking around. Yeah, what he said. Oh, shut up, Levi. And the one that was working with you will kind of respond back in kind. Well, you have the honor of one.
That means a lot to me.
Don't get sappy. You can clearly tell Levi doesn't know Orcish.
Yeah,
that's kind of the
that's what I got
take
there.
from it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Amazing.
His dad got him work here. There's nothing we can do about it, you know. Nepotism, right? Perfect. So yeah, the kind of day goes by a bit. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Cordelia is gonna go down and try and help in the kitchen with Tath. She has proficiency with herbalism kits and an 8 strength.
Hey, Cordelia, welcome out. You gonna help me out? I appreciate it. It's still working on them human spices, so I appreciate it.
I can help with that.
Good. All right. Slides you over some of the like more vegetable stew that he was making. Zelius?
Zelius is attempting to play chess in his room.
Just by yourself?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Roll 2 different intelligence checks. Let's see who wins.
Left brain or right brain?
White or black chess.
All right, so that's a 15 and a 6.
Yeah, you clearly just own yourself. You kind of made a mistake on one side and able to corner yourself on the other and get a checkmate.
What a fool I was. I'm going to capitalize on that mistake.
Yeah, you just kind of like practicing different like techniques out and things like that, and clearly say, okay, this technique better in this maneuver when this happens. About halfway through, you do hear some footsteps coming down, and kind of checking through the rooms and kind of opening some doors. Is if you doing anything?
Nope.
You just see the door kind of swing open and poof, you see the first mate standing there. I knew it. What are you doing down here?
Chess.
No. She kind of flips her board. You're getting to work.
This sort of work really isn't suited for someone like me. How about I play you for it?
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. And she kind of like drops her whip to the ground. It's like ready to go. I run a tight ship. I'm not saying you need to move around some crates, but you can help with the navigation or something. I don't know why I sound like Maki Wabug all of a sudden, but like, if you're not going to sit down there and play some chess, you got to come up here and play some, do some navigative, you know.
As long as we're stopping in Boston, then yeah.
Sure. Yeah, of course we're going to stop in Boston. What do you mean?
Shipping up to Boston?
It's wicked cool down there.
It's wicked cold right now.
I've been watching a lot of Ted. I'm trying to get the accent down. Pretty good series. Go check it out on Peacock. Not branded.
When I was advised that we were to be working, I assumed manual labor, and you see, I'm not really.
Yeah, that's what it gets for your type when you make assumptions like that. Instead of coming and maybe talking with someone.
I said we should talk about it, and everyone told me not to.
Oh, so they're going to tell you to jump off the boat. Are you going to? Maybe I shouldn't trust you with navigation.
Jump off the boat, I probably wouldn't.
Touche. Whatever. Just come with me.
Yeah.
Just like angered that you called her out on it. Alright,
So-
Bigwig over here. She'll like lead you up to the helm into the captain. Like Bigwig over here seems to think he's not worth the physical labor. Alright, get over there, check the maps, make sure we're on the right headway.
Yeah, I will attempt to do that.
She'll like kind of show you how to do it real quick, but she's like, I just need someone to maintain this while we're going, because the captain's going to be going on break soon.
Understood. I can certainly help out with that.
Give an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Could it not be wisdom? Which is marginally better.
Okay. Perceptions. I'll give you wisdom.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what navigation fall under.
Yeah, so that's a 20 total.
I'll take it. Yeah, you're kind of quickly able to like find the like landmarks or celestial marks that were kind of being used in the landmarks, and easily kind of understand how to pick up on the angles and follow along on the trek marks. And you actually see on the map that they are making it to the Clovis Concord, which is where Netherdeep is, and then making a stop there, and then heading overland to Jigao, which is on the north side, the opposite side of the continent.
Right. Yes, and I have been. I have been. Sorry, the name of the town like immediately left my brain, and I'm like, I know I've been there. It's in my backstory, but suddenly I can't get the word back.
Is it Netherdeep or something around it?
Netherdeep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Netherdeep?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's where I landed on the continent for the first time.
Yes, Netherdeep is a very larger port in Xhorhas on the southeast side. This would be more of the Dwendalian Empire, and this is that war that just ended. The Dwendalian Empire on one side had a big war with the Kryn dynasty, the Drow, which would be more on the opposite side of the mountains to the northwest, where Jigao is. So you do know that Jigao is in the Kryn dynasty, but there is a peace currently between the two after a seemingly lost Luxon had been returned to the Kryn dynasty, which we'll see if you guys know what that is later on. But yeah, as you guys are doing that, is there anything specific else you guys wish to do as the first day kind of continues? You guys settle into certain things you could do to help the ship and not stay totally downstairs and on alert. And they kind of allow you guys to work during the day and sleep at night instead of the night crew. The night crew just seems to keep watch.
Like cannons or anything on the ship?
Is there what?
Cannons.
Cannons? Not really on this one, no. They do have
Listen,
weapons.
Any defenses?
They seem to have like individual weapons, like crossbows and stuff. If you ask someone, there are a few spellcasters on board, the captain and the first mate in particular. So they don't really feel like they needed any defenses like that.
Okay. Then I guess Bimble will just go around.
Would you like me to fix up your weapon?
I mean, yeah, I think it's fine. Like rusted and chipped. Well, I've seen better days.
I think it could use a little TLC, turtle love and care.
Oh my gosh.
That's precious. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Why like it?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, then I'll take it and I won't go far. I'll just kind of sit on the deck and start like cleaning it off, getting off the rust and stuff.
Not as good as them orc blacksmiths, but it'll do.
Fucking Levi.
I'm good at making one NPC that everyone just hates.
Yep.
When Levi does that, Kai's gonna like kind of walk by holding a crate and just kind of give him a he's so like small that he kind of pretends that he like bumps him by accident as he's passing.
Whoa! Watch where you're going there, Bron.
Hey,
I'm gonna say that he's sorry in Orcish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yo, did you hear what they called me? I keep on lying. I keep on getting that wrong. Everyone's just looking like, shut up, Levi. Just saying. Should it be?
Can I hear this interaction from where I am?
Give me a perception check. This is a smaller ship.
Ooh, probably not. That's 4.
Yeah. At the moment, no. You're kind of, yeah. You're probably doing something in the back that's not paying whatever attention to anything up there.
That's fair.
You've even probably been corrected once to pay attention to the map because she noticed you're getting a little off. Yeah, you do anything else, or are you just apologizing in orc?
No, he just keeps working for the rest of the day, and I think he's just kind of waiting for like when it seems like everyone's going on some sort of break or transition of shifts or something.
Give me just a generic persuasion check.
Not bad. That's not my thing, but persuasion is +0, so 16.
16, nice. I mean, you definitely look like you got in that one orc's attention over kind of the rest, and with your little like jabs at Levi without being like overly aggressive. It seems like you kind of won over the respect of the rest of the crew. Seem to be kind of like, yeah, you're pretty good. You're all right. Not trying, like you're not, up there in anyone's face. You're not trying to rock the boat per se.
Noted.
But yeah, dinner comes. Tath gets you guys all fed, and with Cordelia's help, it's actually pretty decent. Everything kind of has some good flavors to it. A couple things maybe a little off in taste, but like still good. But it's like, it should probably be on steak, not chicken. But whatever, this works. So things like that. And there's a vegetable stew, and then a lot of raw meat for some of the others. But yeah, you guys are able to, it's kind of a pretty uneventful day as you find your rest. Is there anything you guys wish to do? We'll say at this point too, specifically, we'll say kind of over the next 3 days, is there anything specific you guys wish to accomplish or conversations you wish to have with each other?
I would just want to know how long we were going to be traveling.
About a week travel.
To our first stop or to...
Oh no, sorry, about 4.5 days for the first leg.
To Nicodranas?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then the rest of the week to get to Jigo.
And
We'll say during the first stint and the 4.5 days.
Yeah, I know where like Lone Bibble would share like stories from when he was on the pirate ship and stuff. How he got his squid purple pants.
Love it.
How did you get your squid purple beds?
we were attacked by a giant purple squid one night, and I managed to shoot off one of its tentacles, and then use that to fashion the pants as a trophy.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That,
Never
that's
killed
kind of.
anything and worn it as pants before.
I just have this, and he kind of like points to like the wolf pelt that's like across his shoulders.
how'd you get that?
Back home, we used to have these ceremonies anytime there was a storm, kind of waiting for it to pass. I guess maybe you guys wouldn't call it like a ceremony, but it was more like a tournament. We would do a lot of feats of strength and contests. But during my first one, me and some of the other kids kind of went off and did our first hunt, and this was my first kill. It was just trying to keep some wolves at bay from attacking the herd that we wanted to take for food. So I kept it.
Pretty badass.
Thanks.
Zelda, you got any cool animal trophies?
Well, no, not really. I don't really make a habit of conflicting with animals. In fact, I don't really have many trophies at all.
You should maybe consider finding one on this trip or something. Just like a keepsake.
Perhaps. When I've had to get my hands dirty and extinguish a life, it's not really something I want to celebrate or remember.
That's fair. It doesn't have to be from something you kill, though.
Well, maybe I'll find something that has meaning to me one day then. And as he says that, he's like kind of absently reaching into his belt for that gem that he found that morning. Still curious about what it might mean, but doesn't particularly want to be public about it yet either.
Okay.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
You touched
Whoopsie.
it.
Oh no. That's a 5.
Oh,
Your mind you roll the gem in your hand, and your mind just kind of goes back to that night and that voice. And it's like you can feel just that untapped potential that's sparking from the edges of your fingers. You know when you cast magic that it just freely flows out of you, but there's something more there, and it just kind of tingles at the edge of your fingers, and the rest of you notice he's zoned out for a second.
Do I pick up on any of that with my mind link?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
you did that.
Mind link would have to be known communication. I'm playing a Kalastar. I know what that has to do. But yeah, it's nothing happened to you. It's just kind of a moment where, as you're saying it, your mind's just kind of going back to it, and you're just feeling that feel for a second. As you almost kind of lose yourself in the conversation. So nothing actually happened. I just like scaring my players sometimes.
He spaces out and like kind of looks up at where the moon ought to be, despite the fact that they're inside the ship.
How does he look about it? Like, is there like, does he feel scared or excited, or like, is there any sort of indication?
I'm not sure how well it would come through, but yeah, make your insight check and.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, you've been traveling with Zelius. You've seen this before, so yeah, he reads you like a book on this one.
Yeah, there's like a longing, like an intense desire.
I was gonna ask him about that later. But Kai like kind of shifts his attention away from that and towards Cordelia and says, "What about you? You have any stories?"
Not really. I grew up in Nicodranus, and up until like a year ago, I kind of just worked at a bar, and then started working for the wrong people by accident, and now I'm here.
That makes a lot of sense as to why you were so new to everything.
Yeah, she didn't make me like do any of that sort of stuff. I just like delivered things around the city. And I lost something, and she got mad. Story of my life. So.
I kind of feel bad for you.
Why?
Well, I mean, he kind of like looks around the table or at the people on the ship and is like, I feel like to some degree most of us asked to be here. The choices we made and stuff.
I mean, I chose to work for her.
It's fair, but would you have continued if you'd known that she wasn't the upstanding type?
Not a lot of upstanding people that I knew growing up, so I mean, it's just, mostly people just got their asses kicked, and that was the end of the story. No one ever like dies. Because murder's like illegal. Well, you can beat someone up and it's just like shame. And you kill someone and someone's gonna come looking for you.
Ain't that the truth?
So. I don't know. It's cool. I mean, except for the weird incident with that Percy impersonator guy. It was cool seeing a new city.
Yeah, I've actually seen a lot since all of this. Actually, since I met Zell, hadn't really been out of Shorehawk much, and then now I'm here, so
that's cool.
It's been an adventure.
Would have been more convenient if we had, gotten this over there, but so.
Let's drive all the way to Marquette, just be like, "Hey, need you to go back to Zhigao?" I'm like, "Well, I was there last Tuesday."
We were just there. We crossed the world to meet with you.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure you were serious about this.
And now they're expecting me to work on a ship. This whole thing's been very insulting.
I mean, are you learning anything?
No.
Oh.
No, they did teach me a little bit about navigating, which is nice, but
Useful.
I suppose I don't really want a ship though. Like this is not the life for me.
Navigator is just
What was that?
besides
Yeah, what was that, Adam?
You're breaking up.
yeah. Navigator's the easiest job besides captain.
I suppose there's some truth to that. I think being a captain on a ship like this would be very difficult. I mean, look at the types of people that this captain employs. If they sense weakness for even a moment, they would just throw him off the ship.
Why haven't they thrown Levi?
Or
Well, Levi seems inconsequential.
Just hear him walking by. Make our country great again. Oh, shut up about that again.
Remember at
Is
the beginning when you said you weren't touching that topic?
Uh-huh.
Is Levi's hair like really big too? Like
Oh, my
a comb over?
Lanta.
Does he wear wooden blocks on the soles of his
It's a
feet?
green. Yeah, it's like a green look. It's awful.
What species is he?
So
Half-life.
give me an insight check.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me he's a goblin.
It's hard to tell.
Oh, so that's a nat 1.
Just a short orc is like it's hard to tell. You're doubtful, but that's all you're getting. Is
Fair
vibes of
enough.
orc.
That's fair.
Is it a painted halfling? Is it a goblin? Is it a orc? You're
As
not
he's-
sure.
As he's walking by, I would very much like for him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Okay. Just creating stats real quick in my head. Okay.
That's fair.
What did he do?
I am subtle spelling reduce on him.
Oh
To make him
no!
teeny tiny.
What's your DC?
Oh, you're so
The-
rude.
The DC is 14.
Okay. As he's walking, you just kind of see him stumble for a second. And you do see this wig shrink for a second and then kind of come back. And he's kind of looking around, trying to figure out who that was. Give me a deception check.
Okay.
Just his wig shrank?
Like, it seemed like he was about to, but it was like from the top down. And,
That's a 12.
and I didn't mean wig, I meant like come over.
Mm.
12. Kind of looking at back, and then looks at like the four of you guys, just then looking around. It's colder again. And he's walking on.
What just happened?
Oh, I was trying to play a little prank, but he's actually kind of resilient.
Oh. Yeah,
So
I guess it
glad
was
that didn't
almost
happen
funny.
because I was about to be in combat straight up, just with Levi.
Well, I subtle spelled it. So
No, I
you
know,
should
yeah.
where it's coming
You
from.
would have figured he would have attacked someone.
He's just
Nice
Cordelia.
guy.
She looks guilty.
that? Who did that? Who are you? Who did it?
He doesn't even speak Orcish.
He doesn't?
No, I tried talking to him a few times. It was clear he had no idea what I was saying.
What kind of orc doesn't speak Orcish?
Fake one.
Yeah,
What do you mean a fake
he's-
one?
Or maybe he just didn't actually grow up with orc. Like, who would have taught him if he didn't grow up like in an orphanage or something?
Oh,
But
that's
then
a-
why
that's
is
a
he
tough
going
question.
around saying make Orc Country great again?
I mean, yeah, he's bragging about orc culture and everything. How would he even know orc culture if he never learned the language?
I mean, he is an adult. He could have spent the time to learn it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Whole thing is very weird.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'm more orcish than he is.
You speak orc?
No, but I can do this. I would like to cast Alter Self.
You turn yourself into looking like an orc?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into an orc.
Does it look like Levi?
No, it looks exactly like Kai except as an orc.
Nice.
No good.
Oh. That's cool. I can turn into animals.
Sorry, what?
You can turn into animals?
That's pretty cool, I think.
Nothing. You know, it's kind of weird though. Like one time I really wanted to be like a butterfly and I couldn't. But I could turn into like a giant badger. Like I don't know
Maybe-
what I can exactly be.
Maybe it's just because like you'd have to shrink down all of you into a butterfly, which is a lot harder than, you know.
I am
badger.
tall.
I
Give me a
I-
mouse.
I didn't mean it like a bad thing or anything.
She took it as that.
Yeah, and you feel so bad.
I can be a spider. Why can't I be a butterfly?
Exactly.
don't-
It's like I can be a spider, but I can't be a butterfly. It's so
What
weird.
year are we playing in?
I have it down. 8:36.
Cordelia, it's 8:36. You can be whatever you want to be.
Maybe I just
Yeah.
need to get better. Sometimes I just like to be a mouse and I go around the ship and no one's looking.
That sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun.
Yeah, it is.
I can't
Done
get
on
that
the ship.
small.
Neither can I. It's just like
Have you done it on this ship yet?
Looks real guilty.
You didn't happen to check what's under that hatch, did you?
No, I was mostly spying on people.
Give me
anything interesting?
an investigation roll. We'll do a little
That's what-
flashback.
I want to know who's in a secret relationship.
What did Cordelia happen upon?
yes.
13 plus 3, 16.
Does Levi have a secret lover?
I had like 2 different DCs for you to beat, depending on it. So 16.
Levi
you said?
cry in the mirror.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sad. That'd be sad. Something funny.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was pretty standard. Tath was playing just like cards and like telling stories with some of the other orcs. Levi got joked and was like sent off to his room. And you hear him just like, complaining about everyone else and how they don't get it. Things were better back in the old days. And then like slams his door. And you would have happened upon a bit of a flirtatious conversation between Yendorn and the captain before you kind of got a little too nervous and ran away as the door was opening him up. And Yendorn was walking out being like, well, I'll see you after the shift is done. Close the door before anyone sees.
She flushes. Her pale skin is like bright red. Just, I think the first mate and the captain are an item. It's like a secret.
Maybe it's not so bad being the captain after all.
Why would it have to be a secret? Is that like not allowed or something?
Maybe he doesn't want to show favoritism. He's the first mate. I don't know.
Well, how do you know if she's his first?
That's just the title of the position. It's the first mate, and then you have a second mate, and then there's like
And what position
the
are they in?
quartermaster. They were just standing there.
I feel like I'm not fully grasping what you're telling me.
They
So she's his first,
they-
and then there was also a second in the room.
Are you fucking with her right now? She turns into a mouse and goes away.
Amazing.
This conversation.
And as she does, Zell like literally shrugs at the others, like, "What?"
Oh, it's
I think
just
you
one.
spooked her.
It's one of those misunderstandings that we've had before with people. You know, there's like romantic things, but this wasn't one of those.
Oh, so they're not. Wait, they're not in a
The
relationship.
title,
Then.
well, they are, but the title is first mate.
As you guys are
Not.
describing all this, Cordelia, you shrink down and start running away. Just give me another d20 roll.
It's flat.
We'll say survival. Your instincts are
Survival.
kind of taking over.
Oh, I'm better at that. Investigation 18.
Okay. You kind of like get out of there and like scramble about, and you're about to head down, like up back to the room. But when Dorn was walking down, so to avoid her steps, you kind of dip into the side room. And when you do, you notice that you're actually in Levi's room as he's taken off this wig, and all of a sudden starts to cast a spell into the mirror, and you see all of a sudden these locks of gold and luscious red. Chester, darling, it's so good to hear from you. I'm just trying to fuck with this crew, and they're so easy to. We'll be in Nicodrana soon, but hold on. Shoot, get out of here. Oh, it's disgusting rats on the ship, seriously. And you just feel this little wind blow you from out underneath the door back into the main hallway.
I mean, Brittany knows, but Cordelia's like, what the fuck?
Weirdest fucking ship.
It's like, I gotta stop turning into a mouse.
But you did notice
that
his
here,
like
like-
face turn into like a fae,
Yeah.
Eladrin. Elf-looking thing.
That's what.
Yeah, and where are you scattering off to?
She's gonna steal some cheese from the kitchen.
Perfect. You going
And
back
then
to the room?
eventually come back. Eventually, yeah, she'll go back.
And then-
Sneak up to her bed and then unwild shape, and she's just tucked in bed.
Were you guys out in the room outside, table outside the room, or in the room? The three of you.
I think we were still like wherever everyone was
else was, yeah.
eating. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can come back to your conversation now, as the clarification is made.
And anyway, that's. It was just one of those misunderstandings that.
Taff
she
turns
got
around,
weird
and that's
about
the
it.
birds and the bees, so.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I know all about that sort of thing. I mean,
You'd be surprised how many uneducated orcs come to the ship. You gotta tell them that, you know?
yeah. Well, we orcs are notoriously uneducated on such matters.
Yeah.
Alright, buddy. Alright. Taff just stands up, kind of like, had been seen you change into this orc. You were there. Like, well, you guys had a couple drinks too many. I'll see you in the morning.
You're
Yeah, I
being
think
very.
it's
Oh god.
bedtime. I was just saying, I think it's bedtime.
Yeah, we should probably get up the hell with this. And he like changes back. Yes, we should probably get some rest.
One of the orcs is like, whoa! I think he did see you change, and now seeing you change back. Like, whoa! Sorry. Freaky shit.
What?
So, I have no clue what that was.
Like,
Your mic is not picking up.
I don't know why. I was working fine this whole time.
So funny. And just certain of your reactions. I love it. Alright, so you guys all head into bed?
yes.
I think
Yeah.
before getting to his room, though, Kai just kind of takes Zell aside. You get a second?
Oh, yeah. of course. What's up?
You been acting pretty strange, like different strange than your normal strange.
Is this about the conversation at dinner? Because I was just playing along like I didn't know
No,
things.
no, 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 no. I like all that. The
Okay.
humor's good, but you've been kind of zoning out. And,
Oh,
the weird questions you were asking earlier today. I don't know. Is something? Is everything okay?
I don't know.
Well, that's unusual for you.
Yes. Well, something reached out to me last night.
Something.
This is going to sound crazy.
I mean, try me.
I think it was the moon.
Okay, that sounds fucking crazy. Yeah.
That's what I said. But the thing is, I have an undeniable connection to whatever Ruidus actually is. I was born under the eclipse. I was changed under the eclipse. It's always been drawing to me, and last night a voice came as I stood in the moonlight. And it called me to reach new depths of power.
What the hell? How come I didn't get reached out to?
Well, I think that you have. What do you think all that chaotic magic is every time you get deep into a fight?
I seems to like he was like sort of looking like he was enjoying this conversation in terms of like it seemed like he was jesting with you. But then as soon as you bring that up, he just kind of you see him just shut down a little bit emotionally from you, and it's like
It's not a bad thing. We have been granted a strength, a power, and neither of us have fully harnessed it yet, but we will.
we also don't understand it though, and that's dangerous.
But we're getting there.
Are we? Because I black out every time I use that power you're talking about.
Perhaps, yes. But you've never turned it on me. You've never done anything harmful to your allies.
Yeah, because you're always there telling me what to do, right? What happens when that's not the case?
That will never not be the case. Whatever
Fine.
this is, we are two sides of a coin. You may be chaotic and destructive, but even chaos can be an instrument for order.
I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do, but we have 2 more people with us now. You need to make sure I'm not hurting them too. Can you do that?
Yes. I am confident that whatever's happening, this is why we met, this is why we travel together, this is what we've been put into the world to do. We'll bring order to everything.
Okay. I mean, it's not like I can change whether or not I'm Ruda's born anyway, so I'll trust you.
Correct. So we embrace it.
Fine. And he just like kind of holds out his hand to you in ways that he has before, even though you never take his hand correctly. He goes like this.
He like reaches out and he's like trying to get so the arms meet up with each other perfectly. Because you're holding it up, he's like kind of coming in steep.
Just shakes his head. Go to bed.
Yeah, I need to now. I've wasted a lot of my arcane energy.
It was pretty funny though.
I thought so. It would have been funnier if I got him to shrink.
Next time.
Yeah.
Kai's gonna Kai kind of like shifts himself and says, "Stop acting weird, man, okay?" And then like heads off to his room.
Zell's going to try to stop acting weird and awkwardly follow him to go to bed.
Perfect. You guys all heading to bed?
Yeah.
Anybody keeping watch? You guys trust the ship?
No. Take watch.
I don't trust them, but I don't think Zell would have thought of keeping watch when they're in like a closed room on a ship.
As we can all tell from the gun incident, Bill has a habit of trusting everybody. So
We have one person taking watch.
Does Cordelia say anything about taking watch, or does she just kind of... Is she like the last one to bed sort of thing?
She didn't say anything. She just like looks like she'd been laying down, and she just like stretches, sits up, and like pulls like a book, random book out. I don't know. She's just like waiting now.
You notice there's 3/4 of a cheese wheel. It's on her nightstand. Cool. So you guys head to bed. Cordelia, give me a perception check. Did I say it right? I said it right?
No.
I think you did.
I thought it did. What do you mean it did?
Cordelia.
Cordelia. Cordelia. You're adding a weird.
What am I
E.
saying
Like,
wrong?
we'll go over it after stream. I got a 15.
Cordelia, right?
That's right.
All right, Cordelia. All right.
Yes.
No Y there. Jeez.
There is no why.
That's why I'm saying Cordelia, because there's an I. All right, Cordelia. Got it. I'm
All right.
there. Only took me 2 sessions. I got this.
Okay, sure.
I'll get it wrong in the
Yes,
recap, don't
Neely,
worry.
that is how he's saying it.
Cordelia? That's not what I'm saying. That's Cordelia. No.
Never gonna remember.
I will
How does
die on
like
the
go
ship.
back
It's
to
my
Cordelia?
world. This is what DLIA is.
No, it's my character.
I'm just joking.
Call it Cordy. It's
That's what I'm
fine.
saying. I couldn't say the Fates babies' names at all in the beginning. Awful. All right. Anyway, sorry. What'd you roll?
Same as our raid. 16.
Perfect. Yeah, as you're kind of laying there with watch, it's pretty quiet. There's a few footsteps that go out, and they're in the corner of your eye as everyone's sleeping. There seems to be something about, and let me ask this because it's actually something I've been wanting to ask. Kaizen, is your halo always out, or is it only when you're activating powers?
It's always out, and it gets noticeable at night. Like, really noticeable.
Okay. So, like, it's kind of like this hue that's, like, slowly just kind of this radiant of light that's kind of in the corner and just casting a red shadow throughout the room. And as you're kind of, like, chilling there reading, out of the corner of your eye, there seems to be, like, a weird flicker. Almost like a rough fire, like, flicker of a flame. And as you're about to look, all of a sudden, there's something that hits, like, the side porthole window of the ship, and you look out and you just all of a sudden see 16 birds, and one of them like hit the window and off, and you're just like, wow, just all these, raiding birds of the Concord. Thank you guys, Raiders, so much for joining in. You guys officially get to be part of the story. As I always try and incorporate you in. Good to see you guys. Hope you had a wonderful raid and stream. I was actually preparing to raid you guys here soon, so it's always One or whoever's done first. And you remember the flicker, and you look back, and the flicker's gone. The hue of Kaizen's halo. You probably just made it up. I don't know. I was turning around or something. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful. And if you don't wake anyone else up, you eventually fall asleep.
Yeah. No one offered, so.
Everyone else give me perception of disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. That's a 9.
9.
12.
9.
14.
And actually, same with you, Cordelia.
Another one?
This is when you're asleep.
Disadvantage is 10 plus 6, 16.
Alright, you rolled pretty low. You're fine. All of you kind of wake up in the mornings to the door opening a bit. As Tath is kind of standing there. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to wake you there. Got some morning food for you guys to snack on as you're getting ready. Shift starts in 30. Sorry. We're just kind of...
I need lettuce.
You see lettuce and stuff already on the plate.
Yeah.
I need at least an hour.
Someone needs to navigate, so.
I mean, they keep it pointed in the same direction. What's going to fucking change? We're in the sky, for God's sake.
I'll let you use my navigating tools. That should help.
I think that Bibble is proficient in navigation. And it's not navigating.
Well, I appreciate the help, but I still need to, I need to do my morning ritual and all that.
What's your ritual?
Can we watch?
I suppose it's not particularly entertaining unless you like watching me bathe and put face paint on.
He puts his makeup on. Takes a real long time.
That's what you mean. Never mind.
Well, what did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was a ritual.
Oh, like magic?
Yeah.
I see. I don't do rituals for my magic. Although, maybe that's not a bad idea. That might help me sort some things out.
Heard magic's better when you gather. Kath is
Oh
going
my
to just
gosh,
stand in the
Mike.
doorway.
Wait, who is it?
Kath.
Oh.
Yeah, magic's just better, when everyone kind of gather rounds.
Yes, well, the gathering of magic is an important aspect to the arcane, but we don't really have time for all this morning, it would
All right,
seem,
sorry,
since I'm
my bad.
expected on the bridge for half an hour for some reason.
Perfect. Well, you guys get to your day. Is there anything specific you guys want to do before Nicodranus stop it?
No, just fix anybody else's weapons that I asked that want me to.
Well, yeah.
Or let me.
The next couple days are kind of like pretty uneventful. The same sort of stuff. A few shenanigans with Levi. Pull off a couple pranks. Gets you back. The orcs kind of seem somewhat just kind of like willing to deal with him, kind of as like a comic relief. You guys are able to find just easy work to do on board and some fellowship. What you do guys find is that as the ship lands, you find yourselves now on Wildmount in Nicodranus, as the port, a very beautiful blue-watered port, opens up. Towers and a lighthouse and seagulls around, that kind of sea smell. This is more of a sailing port proper. As you can see, many of the marketplaces forward, and also a few familiar sights, Cordelia, as if you want to show them. You do see another turtle walking up the deck, meeting with there's like the dockmaster, there's another turtle walking with kind of a skinnier, shaggy-haired fellow, which looks like this, walking alongside him, as they are seemingly walking up to the ship, beginning to speak with the first mate. And that's where we'll shut off tonight's game and come up with starting up next session, session 3, for the second half of that. Yeah, I know. I want to keep on playing, but it's getting a little late for our East Coasters, so I do apologize. But thank you guys so much for joining in. I'm so excited to get to meet one of our first major NPCs. A wonderful RP by our party tonight. I had so much fun. Thank you guys.